Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. We'll go ahead and get started. Today, we're going to talk about the American soybean farmer and how Donald Trump does not have their best interests in mind. As you most likely recall, Donald Trump imposed tariffs on Chinese imports starting March of this year. In response, China retaliated by not purchasing American soybeans. So far this year, they've purchased none. This is a huge hit for the American soybean farmers because China was the number one buyer of soybeans in the United States. Approximately half of all harvested soybeans are sold to China. By excluding these exports from the United States to China, this equals less revenue for the American soybean farmers. And this is the first way that Trump's policies are hurting farmers. The second way, to add insult to injury, is by throwing a lifeline to Argentina, who happens to be a major competitor to the U.S. soybean industry. The Trump administration announced earlier this week that the U.S. would provide $20 billion to the Argentinian economy in the form of foreign aid or currency swaps, more precisely. Argentina is currently going through a currency crisis at the moment, mainly driven by Libertarian President Javier Milei. Trump wants to help Milei because he's implementing many of the same policies that Trump is implementing here in the United States, particularly attempting to improve Argentina through public sector job cuts and deregulations. The same ideas and policies that Donald Trump is implementing. If you remember, the president of Argentina was at CPAC a few months ago with Elon Musk, and he handed Elon Musk a chainsaw that symbolized cutting through government bureaucracy. So he's a Trump ally, and he's implementing a lot of the same ideas and policies that the Trump regime is implementing here in the US, and Donald Trump wants to help him as a result. Unfortunately, this means that one of America's top soybean competitors stays afloat just because Donald Trump is trying to justify his own economic policies. This does not sound like America first, and separate reporters asked him about this in his latest cabinet meeting, which we'll go through some clips of right now. In this first clip, when Trump is asked how this foreign aid package is America first, this was Trump's response.
China and Argentina? Sorry.
Go ahead.
How is this Argentina rescue package America first? And is this rescue package meant to help President Milei's party in the coming election?
No, it's really meant to help a good financial philosophy where Argentina can, after 20 years of...
Okay, Donald Trump says it's meant to help a financial philosophy. What he's talking about is Milei's economic policies, which mirror that of Trump's. Donald Trump right now, I'm about to continue the rest of the clip, just so nobody says I'm taking anything out of context. It's just going to be a bunch of gibberish, but I did want to point out that that is the main reason that Donald Trump is pointing to why he's helping Milei. It's because of his quote-unquote financial philosophy, and Donald Trump wants to help those who are implementing his policies, even if they're foreigners.
Disaster, because it was very successful at one point, and it can be again, like Venezuela. Venezuela was very, very successful, and now it's a dictatorship. So when we can help our neighbors, we're making tremendous progress in South America. South America, Marco was telling me, he's like our great expert here. He really knows it. And you were telling me that so many of the countries are coming our way. And we had a few years ago, when I just came back, so I've been here now almost 9 months, but when I just came in...
I'll stop it there. I can continue on, but the main point is that Trump answers the question at the beginning there, and then the rest of it is gibberish. The rest of it is gibberish because Donald Trump doesn't want you to realize that this is not an America first policy. This is an Argentina first policy because Argentina and their president happens to be a Trump ally. In this next clip, when Donald Trump is asked again how this benefits the United States, this was his response.
He was referring to that. Yeah, behind you, please.
Yes, President, for Argentina, what's the benefits for United States in helping this way Argentina?
Just helping a great philosophy take over a great country. Argentina is one of the most beautiful countries that I've ever seen. And we want to see it succeed. Very simple. I mean, we don't have to do it. It's not going to make a big difference for our country, but it will in terms
All right, there we go. You heard him. He says it's not going to make a big difference for our country, and that was in response to, hey, Mr. President, how is this going to benefit the United States? Let's continue on.
of South America. If Argentina does well, you're going to have others following, and a lot of others are following. You have countries in South America that 2 years ago would have never even been thought of.
We're getting to the gibberish stage. Here we go.
To go as democracies or as just countries that want to do fair and balanced trading. And now you mentioned Bolivia, but there are numerous other countries that are coming our way. And Brazil, as you know, I had a very good conversation with the president. I met him at the United Nations before I went up to speak, and then I found that I didn't have a speech because I had no teleprompter. They turned off my teleprompter purposely. They made it impossible for me. But it didn't silence me. I spoke without, and it was a good.
Okay, we've heard enough. We've heard enough. The rest of it is gibberish. Those are our clips for today. Overall, this is what's going on. Donald Trump is not implementing America First policies. He's, number one, helping the Argentinian economy, even though they're a major competitor to the United States in the soybean industry. And then number two, Donald Trump's tariffs are directly hindering soybean farmers and their exports to China. At this point, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, because once these supply chain lines are rearranged where China is buying from other countries, it's not going to be easy to get China to purchase American soybeans in the future as a result. With that being said, that's our episode for today, and I will see everyone next week.